Nais ng Diyos na makamit natin yung wisdom na yan if we will only aim for it, if we will desire it, if we will prize it. Bibigyan natin ng halaga ito at hihingi natin sa ating Panginoon. At ipagkakaloob ng Diyos yan para sa atin. Ano kaya doon sa mga miracles ng ating Panginoong Jesucristo? The miracles of Jesus Christ. What images comes out? Well, for sure, we can say this is the all-knowing God, the all-powerful God who can heal. The God who cares for the sick, the hungry, the widows, the needy, the demon-possessed. He cares for these people. But in the miracles, we also see that sometimes this is a God who does not heal quickly. This is a God who does not bring quick solutions to our problems. But He is a God who is not constrained by time, as in the story of Lazarus. Mamamatay na, pinuntahan ng ating Panginoon. Ayaw pa rin pumunta ng Panginoon. Nagtatlong araw pa bago niya pinuntahan yung kanyang kaibigan na si Lazarus. Bakit? Insensitive ba ang ating Panginoon? No. It's just that this is a God who is not constrained by time. You know, sometimes we might pray for a miracle to happen, for someone's salvation, someone who has a lingering illness, or that may even be us, and we have pleaded before the Lord for a miracle and nothing has happened. We want to see the miracle quickly, but God works according to His own perfect time, and we need not despair. We can be still and know that He is God, gaya ng inawit natin. Meron isang storya sa China na isang matanda na mananampalataya. Malapit na siyang mamatay, mahina na, masakitin. At meron siyang dalagang anak na babae. Hindi pa mananampalataya, nag-aral ito sa isang napagandang universidad. At halos gabi-gabi, itong kanyang ina, itong matandang mananampalatayang ito ay nananalangin sa Panginoon for a miracle. A miracle. Narinig yung kanyang anak. Yung kanyang dalangin. Miracle, miracle. Hindi siya pinagaling ng Panginoon. Namatay na lang itong kanyang ina na matanda. And she never got the healing from God. Well, eventually, itong kanyang anak na babae ay napalapit na rin sa Panginoon, nagkaroon ng interest sa mga bagay ng Diyos. At tinanong niya sa kanyang ama, Itay, sabi niya, ang Diyos na sinamba ng ating ina, bakit hindi siya sinamba? Bakit hindi niya nakamit yung miracle na gusto niya? At ang sagot ng kanyang itay ay, hindi niya nga nakamit yung miracle na kanyang hinihingi. But God gave and showed me another miracle. And that was when you, my daughter, began to take interest in the things of God. Kuminsan yung miracle na hinihintay natin, hindi yun ang sasagutin ng Panginoon. Gagawa ang Panginoon ng isang miracle from that situation, and all we have to do is to open our eyes. The miracle may not be in the form of healing. It may be in the form of others getting to know Christ because of the testimony, the love for God that we exhibit despite the suffering and the anguish we go through. This is a God who knows what is best for us. A God who will do what will bring Him glory. And this is also a God who will work in our lives not to make us happy, not to grant us all that we ask from Him, but to fulfill His purposes in our lives. And when that happens, there is joy. There is that inner peace. There is that happiness. But it is the happiness, the kind of happiness that comes from God, not from this world. We can only rest in the promise that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. All things work together for good. Ano itong all things na ito? These all things include unpleasant developments in our lives. It could be the death of a loved one, a breakdown in relationships, loss of a job, failed business, or they could even be good things that come to our lives. If we cooperate with God, He can use these things to develop us. Promise, however, is not for everybody. This promise can only be claimed by those who love God. What about the relationship that Jesus had with Mary, Martha, and Lazarus? What image of God comes out from that story? This is a God who valued friendship. Also, the God who wept when his friend Lazarus died. What about his encounter with the Pharisees and the Jews? One time, he confronted the Pharisees, the zealous people of those days. And he said, "You hypocrites, well did Isaiah prophesy of you." Sabi niya, tama yung sinabi ni Isaiah tungkol sa inyo. "These people honors me with their lips, but their heart is far away from me." Puro daga, puro usap, puro utos ang lumalabas sa kanilang mga bibig, pero ang kanilang puso ay napakalayo sa ating Diyos. In John 5:52, Jesus told the Jews, "I know you." Kilala ko naman kayo eh. "I know you. You do not have the love of God in your hearts." The Jews had the laws, but there was no love for God. They had that knowledge, they had that religion, but no love. We have a God who looks at the heart, and a God who hates hypocrisy. What about in the book of Revelations? John presents God in all His splendor and in all His majesty. But he also presented God as someone who will punish the sinner and reward the faithful.